And welcome back to the Crypto Hulk Show. We got a truly amazing show lined up again. I'm telling you what, the evidence, this stuff is growing rapidly. And I don't know when. I totally believe in trickle. Like, here's how the prices work. Trickle, 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 flood. That's how I see this going. This whole thing, it's not going to be like this, okay? It's not going to be like you're going to see the crypto at a 45-degree angle just going up. This week, XRP is $1. Next week, it's $2. The week after, it's $3. The week after that, $4. The week after that, $5. You know what? It's not going to be like that. I'm sorry. Like a fucking monkey would know to invest in that shit if it was like, it's not going to be like that. You're not going to have a clue. None of this shit. You're not going to have a clue. That's why I don't care what the price is. I do fundamentals. I see amazing shit going on with HBAR. I buy the fuck out of that shit or whatever. I see some ZK Sync doing something. Like now they're number 2 tokenizing platform in the whole entire world, ZK Sync. That's why I bought that shit. I don't care whatever price is, 5 cents, 0.007. I don't fucking care. If I can afford it, the only thing I care about is can I afford this crypto and buy a lot of it? And if the answer is yes, I get it. I don't care what tomorrow the price is, next week. That shit's not concerning to me. What's concerning to me is I have real world news. I find the biggest, I was just explaining this to a friend earlier. He's like, how do you invest this stuff? Like, what do you know? I said, first off, I spend 55 hours a week on my program. Okay. Looking over news, cleaning out spam. People send me messages, so I learn stuff from them. All kinds of shit. I spend at least 55 hours a week. That's guaranteed. This is like my fucking life. The only thing that's on my mind is crypto, getting it, and one day fucking spending it, okay? Whatever it is. Like, this is what I do. I'm trying to teach you. It's exciting to me to find this information and relaying it to you. Because I'm just tired of I was tired of growing up just like being broke most of the time. I had a few good years back in 2004, 5, and maybe part of 2006. I was making like money, lots of money. And I was on track to making a ton. And then some stuff happened and I had to not follow that direction anymore. Now we're back at it again. And I know it's going to be happy days are here again. Yes, they're going to be. So right now, thank you, Michael G, for that tax-free donation. What I'm just going to tell you, what I'm just going to tell you is this. The only thing I care about is fundamental news, okay? I don't give a fuck about this, that, and the other, and who says how much the price is going to be, and a Bearable Guy cartoon and Kendra Hill dumb shit. I don't give a fuck about no shit at all. Stuff that I find, then I make decisions on. There's no crypto influencer that I'm watching and learning anything from. I'm not saying that there aren't any. It's just I'm not watching any of them because I don't fucking appear to need anybody's assistance. If I need to find out something, I will find it on my own. Ask God to help me. That's all I need. God plus me equals majority. So I ain't no holy roller. I tend to cuss a little bit too much and probably drink a little bit more than I should. But the fact of the matter is I'm trying to help people I don't know come up. My crypto channel takes a massive hit from this communist fucking platform that I have to use called YT. No matter what platform I go to, I'm shadow banned. It don't matter. I already got like Facebook fucking destroyed my channel thing. I got TikTok. And now I'm on account warning. Somehow in one day, I started talking about that Blackrock shit. It gave me 2 strikes in one fucking day. I'm like, are you serious? I didn't even talk about anything bad. So it's like, it doesn't matter where I go. They fucking ban the fuck out of my channel, and that's fine because I'm going to keep doing the same fucking shit that I do. They think that I'm going to somehow back down or change or whatever. No, I haven't done this at all my whole life. I had at one point a really good job. Well, actually, there's a few good jobs, but this one particular law enforcement agency, I just told the probation chief, he can go fuck himself. And I told the assistant, you can go watch him fuck himself. And they're just like, what? And I'm like, you can take this job and shove it up your ass. I'm not doing this law enforcement agency wanted me to do illegal shit. And they paid a lot of money at this agency. I just fucking left. I got, quote, fired. And it was all a big fucking mess. The point of the matter is, this has happened on a couple occasions throughout my career. I do what I think's right. No one's going to tell me what to fucking say or do. And that's not going to happen. Now, it kind of gets me into some trouble here and there, I'll admit. But you know what? If you stand up for something, which I do, you're going to get knocked on your ass, and you're going to get back up and do it again. And until the next person or entity or government knocks you on your ass, that's just how my life's been. And I will continue to be like this until I'm 6 feet under. And in the afterlife, I won't have to deal with this shit, okay? But while I'm on this damn planet suffering through this dumb shit, we're going to learn this crypto. I'm going to teach you stuff that I discover that they don't want you to know. And we're going to I'm putting my crypto in Caleb Brown at 75%, 25% for a hardware wallet. And I'm going to continue to struggle each day. I'm going to continue to make programs and deliver the news I think you have to see. I'm not going anywhere else on some other platform to try to discuss shit. Now, there's limitations on what I'm going to say on YT. I'm not going to talk about certain rich families, and I'm not going to get into three-letter agency stuff that I know. I'm going to keep that all quiet because I need this channel. That's basically it. There's so much crypto news going on. There's so much of the biggest company. You're not going to believe the show I got. We got Blackrock in again. It never fucking ends. Blackrock's going to run the whole world. I want you to think about this. I told you already, like 5 years ago, you could have 100 crypto exchanges, and in the end, there'll be 10. Well, who's that going to be, Crypto Hulk? The same motherfuckers that are running shit right now. No one's coming in to save the planet with this whole Jasara and all that fucking dummy ass shit. The rich people at the top are going to continue to run shit. Okay? That's what's happening. All this power, ain't nothing happening in crypto unless BlackRock's running shit. Now they're starting to run shit. They got a platform. BlackRock has a platform that they're going to, which is basically Ripples, and they're going to implement it into the internet, and then all this crypto trading, buying, it'll go through the BlackRock platform. Once you see all the top people that are in power right now, all in crypto, that's when crypto moves. It ain't moving until they're in, okay? That's why all the holdup. You're not going to have Robinhood coming in, taking over the whole crypto. No, we ain't having no crypto regs until the top banks, the top financial institutions, until they're all in, they're all ready. They've tested this, stress tested that platform, and when they're all ready to go, they get on the phone. Hello, Mr. President. Yeah, you can go ahead and give it a thumbs up in those crypto regs right now. Hello, Speaker of the House. Yeah, get together your 20 senators and put together a crypto laws. I'll send it over to you what you're going to do. I'll send you over the framework, and then that will be the United States crypto laws. I'll give you what I think the United States needs to have. That's how that phone call is going to be. You think you're just going to buy some crypto and next week you're rich. You have no fucking understanding how shit works. Well, I'm going to show you this BlackRock series in the news right here. Ain't shit happening until BlackRock's ready. When BlackRock is ready, everybody's fucking ready. That's how it works. They got to get all ready first, and then the banks need to get all hooked up, and countries, and whenever, because it's all a coordinated event. You're going to have a fucking disaster if half the world's using crypto and the other half ain't. You got to understand all that shit. Hoo-wee. The Force, thank you very much for the tax-free donation. Says, late fee, what up, y'all? What up? First 5 people to the channel, Mr. OG, AJ Singh, Thomas, Michael G, and then Will Leesky. Michelle comes in there right at 6. And then Scrim de la Creme, 7. All right. My name's Crypto Hawk, not a financial advisor, not a crypto advisor, none of the above. Don't buy any crypto I tell you to buy during the show. Don't sell anything. Don't do a fucking thing. My show is a complete lie. It's bullshit. Everything's manipulated on my show. Actually, I'm not really Crypto Hawk. I'm an AI invented meme. I'm drinking straight up vodka right here. That's how it works. Okay. Let me tell you this. So I need your assistance, primarily people that don't donate any kind of money or whatever it is. Could you help the channel? Because you know you're going to be a millionaire. Help reach other people. Number one, in every single top chat, just write the word at least comment. After the show, write at least the word comment. Save each video to your favorites. Share the video or as many videos as you can. And you can, even if you want to set it to your own email, that would be fine. Just so you can remind yourself to watch the show again. We're not trying to manipulate an algorithm. That would be wrong. That would be against policy. So I don't want anybody to do this with the intention of manipulating an algorithm. Next, you can't put your your YouTube on mute because that will show up on the algorithm thing. You can lower the volume as whatever you want. Now, what some people do is go into their computer, like their window, and then lower like I can go onto my keyboard and push the volume button, and now it's off. That way, YT, now I'm pushing the volume button down, up, or I could mute it. Okay. YT knows if you hit the mute button. So utilize another tactic if you're watching a program. Not mine. I'm just saying, not mine. But if you're watching some program and you want to let it play, go to your keyboard and hit the mute button, not the YT. Don't go to the bottom left corner YT and hit that mute, because then YT knows you're running a program and not listening to it. So that's bad. They will jack your channel up for that. So what I want you to do, 8 hours, pick a playlist of 8 channels of mine, and at any point, hit that playlist of 8 videos and let the videos on YouTube, let the volume on YouTube show that the volume's on, okay? But whatever you do, don't hit the mute button on here to make your computer silent and mute, because that would be like manipulation in a good-hearted way. But YouTube won't know if you do it, but just don't do that. Okay, and I think that's it. The reason I want you to do that is because I went from like 1.4 million views a month to like 660,000. All of a sudden, just like that. Okay, so I think we know who's doing that. So when you really watch 8 hours a day of my shows, because I want you to, and interact and stuff, it really helps the algorithm so other people can find my channel. And it gives a big FU to YT. All right. Rosendo Marin, thank you very much. I appreciate you, Hulk, always speaking the truth. And that's faux show. All right. Let me... Okay, we're going to burn through some articles here. Now, these are important. I'm going to try to get in 5 articles on this show. So I got to keep moving this whole time. Let me do a copy paste. We'll start here. I want you to see the connection with Google and Ripple, okay? Here's the title of the article. Google Wallet expands digital ID support across more states and services. Now, what we're talking about here in the second paragraph, look right here, it talks about U.S. passport, making it easier to pass through TSA checkpoints. They are now utilizing Google ID and wallets and these kinds of things. I'm telling you what, it all starts at the airports, right? That's a perfect place. Everybody wants to make sure a terrorist doesn't end up on a plane or these kinds of things, right? Nobody wants a BOM, and I won't say B. on the plane. So they look through all this stuff. No one's going to really want to question that stuff. So the airport is a great place to do all this digital ID stuff and to have wallets and get people used to using a wallet, right? Oh, you're going on your flight. Let me go to my Apple and then go to wallet. And there you go. Now you're getting real close to using crypto, aren't you? See how this works? So this is what's going on. Let me go to the next article. We know that Google is working with Ripple. Let me show you an example. They've been working with Ripple all the way, I'm sure, since day one. Boiled frog syndrome, or the boiled frog experiment, somebody mentions. Yep. Okay, here's the title of this article. Google-backed payment company Ripple is in talks with NPCI. So now here we have, I'm not getting into the article, but I'm just wanting to show you Google-backed payment company Ripple. Ta-da! So we know they're connected. I have an article here. I'm not gonna send you what I have because it's my personal one, but what I'm sending you here is the copy of it. The title is Smart Oracles. What this is Codius, okay? And if we look at the first paragraph where it says overview, we know that Codius uses Google's native client for code sandboxing. We're going to probably get into this later in my show at the end. We're going to talk about how Ripple will be in charge of all the payments of the entire world and that Blackrock will be using this. I'm not going to get into it right now, but what I wanted to show you right now is the Codius Google relationship. I'm looking at here. You won't have this date on your web page there, but it's July 17th, 2014. So now we know we got Google hooked up with Ripple at least back in 2014. All right. We know from this right here, let me show you another piece of evidence. Zebek. Somebody got Zebek and is happy. Here we got, go to the 24-second mark. It says at the 24-second mark, Ripple Labs. Underneath that, meet the team. What do we got there? Google. There's another one. That's 2014. We also know, I guess Ripple was very busy in 2014. In 2014, we have the defense minister of Germany, you know, the one that handles all the tanks and the, I can't say La Bombas and all that stuff. Ripple hires a former German defense minister, 2014. July 21, 2014, former German Minister of Defense joins Ripple Labs advisory board. Very, very interesting, isn't it? Finally, here's the end of this. In 2014, Ripple already had digital IDs and wallets and all this stuff. Here's your proof for that. The first one is this. This article is dated 2014. 21 different crypto companies came together. And in 2014, they had what we know as now as the new digital framework for digital ID. Trust and open data. So all this shit was planned 10 years ago. Now they've added to this, but the basic premise is already done. I'm sure they've added AI to it and all these things. So there's your Google and the wallet and all these things. Now I have one last evidence for you. Let's take a look here at Ripple Singapore. Oh, it's right here. Let me do a copy and a paste. Here's your last bit of evidence. Ripple already had wallets, digital IDs, and all these things planned out from long, long ago. The video I just sent you. Let's go to the hold on here. 2 minutes. Go to the 2 minute, 16 second mark. 2 minute, 16 second mark. And what do you see? Ripple Singapore, gold and silver in your wallet. Oh, shit. I'm not going to go into this anymore, but you'll see there was gold, silver, crypto, fiat at the end around 2 minute, 50 second mark. It talks about securities in the wallet, commodities in the wallet. Ladies and gentlemen, all the stuff was done. Now, like I said, they've always, they've had this for 10, 11 years. Now, they've only added to it. So we're talking AI or faster, quicker, but it's the same. The process was already done. About 10, 11 years ago, this was already done. Okay? They've just added some bells and whistles to it and made it a little bit faster or whatever, but the premise was basically all done. So that's why the Google Wallet shit, I already know you guys know where all this goes. That's why I show you this. These other channels have no idea. They don't have the evidence that we have on this channel. So when Google's talk about a wallet, then we take it back to Codius, when Google gave native client to Ripple. We know in 2014, Ripple beat the team. Google was there. We know in India, Google helped out. They call it Ripple back Google in India, making NPCI, National Payments Corporation. Google and Ripple are partners. Let's just accept that fact. So when I see an article about Google's wallet, we already know where it goes. Crypto. They may be using it right now for TSA and flying on airplanes, but that fucking wallet's going to have your crypto in it and everything else, your job history, and these kinds of things. So there is your evidence for that. I just wanted to show you. They're getting close. These wallets will become government accepted, and probably maybe what will happen is the government will say, hey, these wallets are systemically important for America, and Google will have to then give the United States, probably the Treasury, the control, all the code and the control and the back doors and shit like that. It'll be given to like the American government. All right, let's talk about Stripe and Stellar. If you got Stellar, great choice. All right. Stripe launches stablecoin accounts and AI model for payments. So what we're seeing here again is stablecoin. That's all it's in the news lately, is just stablecoins. And again, why? Because when you lay out stablecoin infrastructure, that's crypto. A stablecoin, for brand new people, stablecoin's a crypto. Let's just call it what it is. A stablecoin's a crypto. So when they lay out, quote, stablecoin legislation and laws, and then stablecoin infrastructure, the roads, the bridges, and all that, that's cryptocurrency infrastructure. It's the same fucking thing. They just don't want to call it, we're going to pay with crypto. That's going to freak everybody out. And then guess what? They're going to run to buy that shit. And they don't want that right now. So here's the article. Stripe launches stablecoin accounts with artificial intelligence. Now, this is very an interesting article. Now we're getting the AI to, like, crypto. I've been in crypto for 5 years, and there's almost nothing about artificial intelligence. Now, all of a sudden, the past 3 months, holy shit. Now it's getting in. See, crypto is the beginning. Then after crypto, you throw in smart contracts and all these things. Now we got Ethereum virtual machine hooked in. We got offline contracts, AI, Web3. What's that other? And this DeFi. Look, it's all adding on to it, okay? It's building on top. So Stripe announced new product launches. This is brand new. They're focusing on leveraging artificial intelligence and stable coins to support business growth. Ladies and gentlemen, you're going to see now all businesses utilizing stable, I don't want to say crypto because they're not trying to tell you crypto. All businesses. Now I'm going to say it how I say it. All businesses will utilize cryptocurrency, crypto wallets, all this kind of shit, okay? That's what's going to happen. They'll be having crypto in their treasury. They will be transferring crypto back and forth to their customers. Now, they're all going to be using the word stablecoin because they don't want you to know about crypto. They want to wait till the end before they flip that switch. They want you dumb. Because once you start hearing crypto, what is everybody going to do? Buy it all up, and that price is going to go fucking nutso. They don't want you to own it. They want you to buy it from them, but guess what? They're not going to let you hold it. They're going to hold the custody, just like your money is right now. Your money's in a bank, right? You're not loaning it and leasing it out. In the future, that's what they don't want you to end up overnight being worth $15 million. Because guess what? You can take, if you're smart, $1 million for yourself, loan out the other 15 million and live off the interest the rest of your life. And you could avoid the bank. See that? So that they don't want you to know about this. They want to use the word stablecoins. They want to bore the fuck out of you and use the word stablecoin because that's only worth $1. So they don't want you to look into the other cryptos. So there's your first point right there. Next, go to the third paragraph. Go to the last sentence. Stripe stated that early results indicate that the artificial intelligence effectiveness, particularly against card testing attacks, is down 80%. So basically, by using AI, they eliminated 80% of credit card fraud. Oh, shit. See that? That's why they're going to crypto. They just saved 80% of their losses. By utilizing crypto, Stripe just saved 80% of their theft money. Now they get to do more stuff with it. Let's go to the fourth paragraph. Fourth paragraph says, these accounts are designed to be accessible in 101 countries. So it's not all over the whole world yet. I want you to see this. You're not going to be rich tomorrow. What I'm showing you now is you've got time. It depends on how you look at this shit. My channel is a brand new channel to teach brand new people. So you're learning about this for the first time. I'm showing you a real world company called Stripe. They're mixed in with Stellar. Stellar's a crypto, Stripe's a company. And what they're doing is they're using AI to cut down on credit card fraud because they are using right now cryptocurrency. It's called a stable coin. It's cryptocurrency. Let's just call it what it fucking is. It's cryptocurrency. And they're using this cryptocurrency called a stable coin to stop 80% of the fraud. Now, Stripe is working with a company called Visa. Let's look into Visa really quick, and we'll get back to the article. Visa at one point spends $250 million on a cryptocurrency company called Currency Cloud. It runs on Ripple's XRP. That one wasn't Currency Cloud. That one's Earthport. Here you have Visa, again, spending $925 million on Currency Cloud, which is a company that uses Ripple's XRP crypto technology. Visa just spent $1 billion. It was a couple of years back, some years back. Visa spent, in today's money, about 1.5 to 1 3, maybe $2 billion on cryptocurrency. Now we go back to Stripe. Stripe, we know, is hooked up with Visa. They're using crypto called stable coins. And we go right here. Let me post this. What's the title of this article? Stripe spends $1 billion. Stripe acquires stablecoin platform Bridge. It's called Bridge. Stripe spends about $1 billion for this because they want to move cryptocurrencies around the world. Now, what's interesting is Stripe has been a Ripple partner from like day one. Here in Stellar is a crypto. The XLM is the crypto. Stellar is the company. If you want to go to Caleb Brown to buy it, it's XLM. Stellar is working with a company called Ultrastellar and Allbridge. Stellar has something that makes Ethereum work. It's called Allbridge. Now, it's interesting how Stripe buys a company called Bridge. That's their platform. But then they're working with Stellar. But then Stellar has a product called Bridge. Very interesting, isn't it? It's called Allbridge. I'm sorry. Allbridge, ALL, and then Bridge. Stripe, who's a partner of Stellar, buys Bridge. You know, I think it's the same fucking thing. I don't know. I'm probably wrong, but that's not the point. Now, here's another relationship page if you want to read it. Stellar's cheap. I think it's 30 cents or something. Here's an article. It's Stellar and Stripe integration. If you want to know how Stripe is, if somebody were to ask me, Crypto Hulk, what enables Stripe to work? Read this page here because you'll see how Stellar and Stripe are integrated together to move crypto around the world that we call stable coins. Here's an article from Luminauts.com. It shows you how close Stripe and Stellar is. Stellar's 32 cents. Here's the article here. It's titled Stellar Stripe Relationship. Back in the old days, Stripe gave Stellar some money, $3 million, and Stellar gave Stripe 2 billion lumens. That's 1 out of 25 XLM cryptocurrencies running around. 1 out of 25, Stripe owns it, okay? There's the evidence for that. Now, what's interesting is Visa is no stranger to crypto. I already showed you how they spent over $1 billion on Ripple technology to move money around the world. Now, here's an article. I did some looking up. Visa joins the Global Dollar Network. It's a stablecoin consortium. Visa joins this. Paxos is a member of it. Robinhood's a member. Kraken, Galaxy Digital, Anchorage Digital, Bullish, and Nuvei. And Nuvei has very strong Chinese connections. So here's this article here showing you how Visa is all mixed up in this crypto stablecoin network. Now it's interesting. Go to the 5th paragraph. 5th paragraph shows the Global Dollar Network introduced a joint stable coin. Oh, wait a second now. Pegged to the US dollar. So listen, Visa, Paxos, Robinhood, Kraken, Galaxy Digital, Anchorage Digital, Bullish, and Nuvei, all of them joined up together. They made their own crypto. And it's a joint stable coin. Global Dollar Network is the name of it. USDG. If you're interested in buying it or whatever, it's USDG. I won't be buying it personally because it's worth $1. Now, if you do a search on AI, here's a search that I did. We're pretty much wrapping this article up. I did a search. My question was, what cryptocurrency blockchain is the global dollar network using? If you look it up, they give the answer of the global dollar network, USDG stablecoin, is issued on the Ethereum ERC20 and the Solana SPL blockchains. Now, that's good and all, but you know what? Those are not interoperable blockchains, so they don't speak the languages of other cryptos. And those two, in and of themselves, they can't even interact with other Ethereum networks. So that's where Stellar comes in again to save Ethereum and Solana's ass, okay? There's Stellar is a crypto platform. The Lumens is the crypto. It's XLM on Caleb and Brown. They have a bridge so that Ethereum and Solana, you know how that global capital stablecoin works? It's on Ethereum and Solana, right? How does that work? We got Allbridge. That's how it works. Allbridge allows these two motherfuckers to work. So you got Ethereum, Solana, Celo, and Polygon. They all can run on Allbridge, and then all of them now can interact and work together. If there wasn't Allbridge, Ethereum's not doing shit. Either is Solana. It's only good in that network. If you don't speak Ethereum, Ethereum can't help you. If you don't speak Solana's coding language, they can't help you. So Stellar comes in to fix all of these cryptos right here. What does Stellar do? They make an interoperable platform called Allbridge. Sounds a lot like Stripe's bridge to me, but what do I know? That article's done. Let me check the comment section. And then we're going to talk about how Blackrock says in a disclaimer that Bitcoin very well can be hacked by a quantum computer in the future. Allbridge is 8 cents. All-time high is $11.20. Okay, let me look through here. Tyler Cole says, hi, Crypto Hulk. I'm at work listening in my earbuds. Millionaire. Let's see. Okay, next article. I need a seal phone. I need to call T-Mobile and see what's up. I know I'm waiting. I'll tell you what. I'm hoping that when HBAR and Seals Q, they come up with their like seal phone or the seal coin. I'm going to get, I'll tell you what, I'm hoping it's like at somewhere midpoint in the month or all the way up to the end, because my money, when I get paid my crypto allowance, it's gone on the first or second day of the month. It's over. I'm broke again. So I'm hoping that Seals coin comes out, and it's pretty good. If it comes out on the 3rd, 4th, or 5th, it's not going to, I get paid on the 1st. So that shit I want to come out, but you know what? Because that, yeah, I got to wait till the 1st to buy it. So I can't wait. About 5 minutes. All right. Blackrock. Let's do a copy and a paste. There we go, right there. Blackrock warns. BlackRock is the biggest financial company in the entire world. And they're warning you of a quantum computing threat in Bitcoin. Just thought I'd put that out there. BlackRock updated its S1 filings for a Bitcoin ETF, highlighting quantum computing as a potential future threat for Bitcoin. All right. Now, some people say, oh, there won't be a quantum computer for 20 years or 10 years. You think BlackRock's going to warn people 10 years or 20 years in advance? I don't see that. Usually what you do is when you notice a threat, you start putting that out there, everybody, not 10 to 20 years in advance, okay? I'm telling you what, I'm thinking this quantum computer thing, and it ain't going to take no 10, 20 years for a hack or nothing. No. I don't see that at all. Because why is BlackRock warning everybody now? They're giving a disclaimer. They're going to have a Bitcoin ETF, and they put it there for everybody to read. Warning, this could be hackable by a quantum computer. They're telling you this. Why? From 15 years down the road? You don't do that, okay? Under where it says BlackRock flags theoretical quantum risks to Bitcoin security in the filing. So they have to make it public for everybody knows. BlackRock warned that future advancements in quantum computing may undermine the security framework of Bitcoin. Oh, not good. The very next sentence, should quantum technology evolve far beyond its current state, it could render the cryptographic algorithms used by Bitcoin obsolete. Go down 1, 2, 3, 4 paragraphs. Bloomberg ETF analyst James Seyffart, that's his name, James Seyffart. Now, how'd you like to have a name like that? You're growing up, your first name's James, and his last name is Seyffart or Seyffart. How would you like to be little James, little Jimmy, and a teacher comes in, it's a new school year. James, is that Seyffart or Seyffart? Seyffart, you're Miss Smith. And so Miss Smith says, fart. And the whole class laughs. And then Jimmy has a massive complex and ends up killing himself one day. Bloomberg ETF analyst James Seyffart. Okay, fart. Because you told me to say fart. Could you stop it? The update. The update. Seyffart. What kind of a parent? I would change my last name. I think they tried to pass it off as Seifert. Like George Seifert, that used to be the coach of the San Francisco 49ers back in the 80s. His name was George Seifert. Hopefully it wasn't George Seyffart. Okay, can we move past this? The update is a key factor that is standard in ETF filings. There you go with your Mr. Seyffart article. Let me check the comments page, and we'll go to the next article. We're going to talk about Seals Q and HBAR, a really good crypto called HBAR. All in One says, my dad's middle name is Gay. Okay. Thanks for sharing. My dad's middle name. Hoo-wee. My middle name is straight heterosexual. Okay. Excuse me. Hugo Linares, thank you very much for the tax-free donation. Thank you, Crypto Hulk. Since I started watching your show, I learned a lot about crypto and my money is working for me. Finally, thank you for that. It's my job, Hugo. I'm doing my best for you, right? Yeah, just a real straight up news program with facts, and I put you in the driver's seat. So I show all the information that I discover. I don't know everything, but I show the information I discover, and you determine whether you want to invest in something or not. That's how it works. And we go to the next news article, and I read that. And if it's interesting to you, you believe in the use case, you see enough big players involved in it, and you're like, well, I think I'll like some stuff you just won't want to invest in. It might make sense or not make sense. And then other stuff you'll want to invest in. So it just depends. It's like an all you can eat. Okay. XRP flip flops. Thank you very much for that. For Hulk's cold plunge, go fund me. I'm looking at the plunges now. RevX. I like the RevX one. I'm thinking, I'm still looking at it. I'm trying to pay down all my debts. I got about another month, maybe 2 at the most. I'm telling you, I let some debts accumulate, and then the move cost me like, fuck, I'm sure 10 G's. And I was like, fuck. So I got some debt piled up, and I'm working on it. And I'm hoping in 1 to 2 months from today to get a cold plunge, start doing that. Cause that's important. Like, I'm telling you, I'm already starting to get some like water retention in my lower legs and shit. And just that cold plunge just moves the blood and circulates it and all the fluids and the lymph glands. I'm telling you, it's fucking amazing shit. And then the soreness, fuck, everything hurts now. The calves again, like my body's starting to go back to where it was before the cold plunge. When I was cold plunging, no calf pain, no knee pain, no hip pain, no elbow pain, no shoulder, no neck. Like everything was great, perfect. Fucking, it was like a Ferrari in a 55-year-old body. Okay, Robert Driscoll, thank you very much for the tax-free donation. Bought some XLM on Caleb and Brown, along with a late fee evening Hulk. Okay, awesome. You're gonna love Caleb and Brown. It's a great company. It really is. I mean, that's why I test drove. For about 45 days, I looked into Caleb and Brown and was talking about them and stuff on my show. And for 45 days, I encouraged you guys to join Caleb and Brown, see what it's like, get back to me. And if it's a company you're happy with, I'll ask them if I could, work together with them and be a sponsor, an affiliate of theirs. And after 45 days, I talked to them and they said, we'd love to have you. And I said, awesome. I said, because I told the fans this, if you guys don't like Caleb Brown, I'm not joining because I don't want to put my name on some dumb shit. So I encourage a lot of you guys to go to Caleb Brown, buy shit, do some trading, call these people on the phone. Do they pick up the fucking phone like they tell me they are or whatever? And people are saying, yeah, like they pick it up and they help you all the time. So then I called up Caleb Brown, said, let's hook it up. Let's hook up a business deal. So I will promote this channel, this Caleb and Brown stuff as an affiliate. And I absolutely love the company. I believe in it. Blackrock utilizes, what's that? Deribit. And Deribit, like, look. Oh, it says we're live here. Okay, finally. Caleb Brown, somebody said, all-in-one said, did 2 trades with Caleb Brown via email, went through fast and smooth. Right, so I was talking to somebody again today about Caleb Brown, somebody I know. I said, look, when you go to an exchange, you're not the account owner. This is a big difference. When it comes to fraud or hacking or an exchange goes bankrupt, you don't get your shit back, okay? Because you are an account holder. That's HOLDER, okay? Now, with Caleb Brown, they're a brokerage, not an exchange, and they're a brokerage because they buy and sell crypto for you. They're not loaning your crypto. They're not staking your crypto. No, it stays. Imagine you have your own personal vault. That's what it basically is. But you got fire blocks. Caleb Brown uses fire blocks to protect your crypto. So Fireblocks protects 1,800 global banks, financial institutions. It's the safest thing. BlackRock uses Fireblocks, and BNY Mellon, America's oldest bank, BNY Mellon. Look, the biggest of the big. Deribit is the largest crypto derivative exchange in the world. And they're using Fireblocks. BlackRock's mixed up with them, so is Signum. Look, that's why I'm with Caleb Brown, because my crypto is protected by Fireblocks. They utilize Fireblocks to protect people's crypto, all right? It's not this. Now, I've got a Ledger wallet, but I'm not putting any more than 25% of my shit in there. Because whenever this, I'm fine with Fireblocks. I love it because the biggest banks in the world and stuff use it. So, all right, you Sports Network. Hulk, you nailed it with ZK Sync as usual. I'm telling you. See, I missed out on Ondo and stuff, but when I saw ZK Sync, I was like, damn, this is like ground floor. And now ZK Sync is right behind Ethereum, the number 2 real-world asset platform. ZK Sync. It goes Ethereum number 1, then ZK Sync. Number 3 is Stellar. And I think number 5 or 6 is Solana. So there you have it. No, Caleb and Brown holds all of that. The reason you don't hold your keys is because it's all institutional custody. None of these banks are holding. The more my keys are in 4 different places. So you got Caleb and Brown has 25% of my keys. Fireblocks has 25%. Then they find 2 other places. So you got to put all the keys together. And if any of my shit is compromised, that's why Caleb Brown has it. If I want to use my own keys, I'll just get a hardware wallet like I have. So that's why I have all of my keys are sharded. See, when you have a hardware wallet, all your keys are in one spot. So with Caleb Brown, they split it all up. We're going to have Caleb and Brown on the show Thursday. So I won't be answering any more questions right now, but Thursday, show up, 5:00 p.m., ask away. You'll have Caleb Brown here. You can ask him all kinds of questions you want. Next, we get into Seals Q, which is a company. You can buy stock from them, and they're working with a crypto company called HBAR. The cool part about, look, Caleb Brown is this. Let's say you got crypto on, or you want to split it up, let's say. You got a Coinbase or an Uphold, right? You can send them your crypto for free, and Caleb Brown will protect it. They don't charge a monthly fee to store your crypto. That's free. And then if you just are like, I want to take it out, then it's free. Like, they're not charging people for that. They don't want you to do that, but I mean, they want you to trade with them. Of course, they're in a business to make money, buying and selling crypto. Okay. But I like it because they're not charging me every month like a fee. Look, you've got bank level, 1,800 banks in the entire world with financial institutions, trust Fireblocks. They're not using Ledger. They're not using Trust Wallet or whatever this fucking shit is. These 1,800 global banks, what I want to do is be with the top banks in the world. They're not using these hardware wallets, okay? I'm just letting you know. When we read articles, the biggest banks of the world, we read these articles, and I just showed you yesterday. Fire blocks. It's always coming up. Fire blocks, nothing else. Alrighty then. Here's your article here, Seals Q. Let's take a look. Let me do a copy paste again. Copy. Okay, here's the article here. See, now this article is December 2024. Seals Q is partnering with Hedera. Now, what is Seals Q? They do hardware. Hedera is software. So Hedera is a crypto, and they're working with Seals Q, who I'm not going to give you the whole history of this. Right now, look at the first paragraph, last sentence. What did they work on together? And that is a revolutionary quantum-resistant hardware platform. And guess what? This year, about the end of the year, around October, I think the price of Seals Q is going to probably go ballistically crazy, all right? And the reason I'm going to tell you is this. They developed a quantum-resistant chip, and it's utilizing Hedera. Now, we know that Hedera and Algorand is a partner of XRP Ripple Labs. And that makes it a whole lot more interesting. Now, this quantum, here's why I think something big's going to happen. This quantum technology that's going to stop a quantum attack, they're going to start selling these products. That's going to mean that Hedera's value of HBAR is going to go fucking nutso, okay? Because it's going to have a real world use case, and they're going to be selling this hardware chip that has Hedera software in it to stop quantum computer attacks. And people are like, oh shit, I got to get that. So that's why right now I've got almost just as much HBAR that I do XRP, because once they start selling those microchips, everybody's going to want HBAR technology. Boom. So right now the price is cheap. I'll bet you it goes to $1, $2, $3, $4 when they start selling that shit. Maybe more, $10. I have no idea. Yep, Tony is back at it. Thank you for that donation. So there's your evidence right there with HBAR. And I just wanted to show new people that. Where are we at as far as time? Yeah, I think it's about a wrap. It's 58 minutes. My voice is completely shut. I'm going to look through some comments here. And then when I'm done, I'm definitely going to have a show in the morning. I've got a Coinbase. Oh, yeah, this is big. Yeah, I got to do this one tomorrow because I can't do it right now. My throat hurts. And this is a massive article. It's going to take me 10, 15 minutes. Coinbase. Yeah, this is very massive. It's a deep dive. Shit. Yeah, it's going to be a 15-minute. This is so fucking huge, and it involves a couple different currencies. Yeah, I've got two articles. I've got a show. I got the news lined up already in my email. Like I'm telling you, like now it's like shooting fish in a barrel. Like for me to get articles normally would take me hour and a half to find all the news, and on bad days it would take me 2 hours. Right now, I've got all the news articles in my email. I got 2 lined up here. I got to come up with 3 out of my email. I could bust out a show for tomorrow. I'm not doing one tonight again. That's fucking, my throat won't do it. I could bust out a show tonight in after I end this broadcast. 30, 40 minutes, have everything ready, 30, 40 minutes, maybe, right around there. Normally 2 hours, 2.5 to get a show ready. There's just so much fucking news. I'm telling you guys, it's like, it's a blessing and it's a curse. The curse is this crypto shit's not going up, and I'm fucking pissed. What's the blessing? The blessing is I'm showing you all the news. I'm showing you the fundamental news. I'm showing you what cheap cryptos they're using. I'm showing you what cheap cryptos these banks, investment houses are doing, what fintechs are hooking up with who, and the prices don't go up. It makes it amazing. I'm waiting for the first of the month. I'm going to buy my crypto on Caleb Brown. All of it's going to be cheap, and I'm going to feel like a fucking winner. And whenever this hits, and whenever we get these crypto laws and the crypto fucking goes crazy, I won't really be able to buy anymore. I'm done. So right now, see, look, it's a blessing and a curse. If you already got all your crypto 5 years ago and you're waiting, well, it sucks being you, okay? For people that don't have enough crypto and they're trying to save up to get it, it's a blessing. For me right now, it's a blessing. I'm getting these cryptos. I just picked up 2 of the cryptos, and some of them are like 2 pennies, 2 cents. Like Flare is 2 cents. There'll be a day when Flare is like $1,000, and you'll be like, "Fuck, I could have got it at 2 cents." A guy came up to me today, says he's got $10,000. He wants to invest. What do you do? First thing is, I told him to get hooked up with Caleb Brown, get an account going. And then I'm going to look at my Caleb and Brown account right now. Give me a second. But then I told him, I'm going to give you probably 10 cryptos to buy. I don't want you to overload into any one crypto. Don't do that. Oh, I got to do 2-factor authentication. Hold on. What the fuck? Give me a second here. Oh, damn. Okay, it's definitely going up. Okay. The value of my crypto from a month ago, 3 weeks ago until now went up 100%. This is getting real. Okay. This shit, from what the cryptos, I'm not saying all cryptos went up, but the ones that if you bought what I have, now maybe the numbers are off or something but what I'm looking at here from a month ago, I'm up 100% in value. My money just doubled. Okay. I've got ZK Sync, and let's say if I have 10 XRPs, I've got about 4 ZK Syncs. So that's my ratio right now. With ZK Sync, if I have 10 XRPs, I got 4 ZK Syncs. Axelar. For every 1 Axelar, I got 15 XRPs. Hedera. Oh, nice. I've got more Hedera than, okay, if I have 10 XRPs, then I got like 11 or 11 and a half Hedera. XDC. For every 1 XRP I have 1.5 XDC. Flare. For every 1 XRP I got about 3.5 flares. And then XLR, I already read that off. Okay. So those are my numbers. And like I said, a month ago, like you could have been somebody that watched my channel, put money into the cryptos that I showed you. Now, it would depend on how many crypto, maybe how many ZK Sync did you buy or whatever. But I mean, my numbers from a month ago, I'm up 100%. I just doubled my fucking money in crypto. The ones that I picked. I got some whales. You guys would have, instead of $1 million, you now have $2 million. If you copied the same ratios and shit that I got, you'd have 100% increase. So now this is good, but I mean, the cryptos are still cheap. I mean, XLR is 45 cents. That's starting to get a little bit too. Like, I'm a cheap motherfucker. So I'm going to go, if I buy more, you got Hedera, XDC, Flare, ZK Sync. I might look into XLM. I know a lot of you guys want me to buy that. But you just want me to be honest. So I'm just telling you what shit that I would probably buy. Fuck. All right. Let me get out of that. So that's pretty interesting to look at. Caleb and Brown, they'll be here Thursday. Today is Saturday where I live. In Australia, it's Sunday. So in the United States, it's Saturday. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 4 days from today. We'll have Caleb and Brown here to answer whatever questions you want. I look forward to having them here. I always learn stuff when they show up. Preston Reed, thanks, Hulk. Awesome show. Stay blessed. Right on. Let me look for some other questions and then I'll wrap it up. Great advice. Scrim de la Creme says, what's going on? What's going on here? I'm here to get financially wrecked and I'm making money. Oh my God, how fun. You think XRP will? I don't care about XRP's up and down shit. I don't care. Like, what do I care about? Fundamental news. It's the only thing that fucking matters. What crypto is hooking up with what company and what are they trying to do? Why do I look at a certain crypto? Sometimes I have to look at who made that crypto. Not always do I study the development team. I should. But again, if I see a Blackrock hooking up with Ondo and XLR to tokenize real world assets, I'm not giving a fuck who made that shit, right? I'm just being honest. I mean, you've got those two cryptos working with BlackRock to tokenize real world assets. XLR is the bridge, and Ondo is the EVM type bridge, and Ondo is kind of like the layer, whatever the fuck Ethereum it is, 1 or something. I have no idea. And again, I don't care. You know why? Because they're working with BlackRock. So it's like they're the biggest in the world. I don't care if Mickey Mouse makes that shit or my fucking chimpanzee I have in the cage in the garage. Oops, just told on myself. The chimpanzee, I don't care who's making that fucking shit. If they're working with BlackRock, it's time to buy that fucking shit. So there you go. All right. Chris Sharpie. What does Chris Sharpie have to say? Hulk, ever since I started watching you, the way I move in the crypto world has changed entirely. I pay attention to what matters now. There you go. We just follow fundamental news, and that's how I make decisions. It's almost like Simon Says, right? Simon says, touch your chin. And if you go for that, up, you're out. See how that works? Simon says, touch the top of your head. And if you know what I'm saying? So if you touch your chin, that's all that this is. So I got to pay attention and not get caught up in the hype. I don't follow what cryptos are going up. And then, okay, let's get that. Or I don't follow charts. See, charts are the dumbest fucking shit, okay? What we follow on this show, I don't do chart analysis. These other motherfuckers do all that stuff and try to, dude, that's so fucking stupid. I can't do chart analysis. I have to show you fundamental news. My whole channel is fundamental news. 1 + 1 is 2, right? I look at who's doing what. I try to figure out why, who's connected to this, and what crypto are they using. Oh, that one, fuck it. I like this project. It makes sense. HBAR is trying to protect the world from a quantum attack. HBAR is going to be selling this technology, or Seals Q is going to sell the technology, which is HBAR in a chip coming up in October. That HBAR is going to fucking skyrocket. So these are things, to me, this makes sense. I don't care what a chart says and what's it doing, an inverted cross and a fucking double middle finger. I don't care what that is. I got to look at, does this make business sense? Is the world going to need this? Is the world going to need a quantum computing protection for hacks and stuff? Yes, absolutely, right? So, yeah. See ya. All right, so that'll be the end of this program. I got to work on tomorrow's show. I'll have it done. What time is it? 5:11? 5:11 p.m. Somewhere around 6:11 p.m. or so, I'll have the show done 6:30 p.m. Nice and early. The show will be up like 12, 13 hours before it airs. Jimmyography, thank you very much for that donation. Epic as always, Hulk. Keeping it real as always. That's all I do. I give you fundamental news. You decide if you want to buy shit or not. I'm not saying buy everything I show, but it's all pretty much good if I show it. All right, I'll see y'all in the next broadcast.